Hey, Joseph Worthy, Activist Supply. Gonna break up the monotony a little bit. A guy needed help with this. I had him send it to me. He actually had a back to the shirt and it had a lion, which it'd be a little bit longer of a video. I just want to do a quick video. It's all related. This is a quick way to vector into color separations, and so um, we're going to take a look at how to do this. So I have it in Illustrator. I'm going to select it. We use the image trace. Um, it's not high fidelity. That's why he was having problems. It actually originally was a 72 DPI GIF. It's a 72 DPI JPEG right now. And if you were to actually bring this up to actual the size he needed, about 11 inches across the front of a shirt, it would have been problematic. There's a lot of pixels going on up here, and we're gonna run this um, and look at what would happen if you tried the trace. As you can see, it kind of got everything. We're gonna expand it. I'm gonna Command Shift G to ungroup, and then we're gonna look at what you would get. So it looks like you got a solid O right there, but let's dig a little deeper. We're gonna select the same fill in stroke. Okay, it grabbed across there. I'm gonna group it. It closes the O's up. That's something we could fix. But let's see what it's all made up of. This is definitely problematic. Actually, now that I'm seeing this, a good idea might be to grab all of this and go to my swatches and make a swatches, and let's include tints and see how much different pieces are in here. Oh man, be a lot of work of welding and knocking out and fixing things to get this together. So let me show you a way to do it within Photoshop. Okay, I'm going to quit Illustrator and not save that. That's worthless. So now we're in Photoshop. I have the wand tool. I'm going to go to select color range. I'm going to select the pink. I'm going to turn the fuzziness all the way up if I can get away with it, and I can, so I have everything. I'm going to go down on the object and right click, go down to make a work path. Half a pixel is good. You can do, it depends on what it is. If you need something really smooth and it doesn't have a lot of little edges and stuff, um, you could do more. This only needs about a half a pixel to straighten it out. So I'm going to say okay. So I'm a big fan of raster, and this could have been raster separated and stuff, but this is just it's a decent one to just make Pantone solid. It's textured vector. People were telling him that he had to have halftones and he had to have a rip. You don't even have to have a rip to have halftones, number one, but this did not require all that. So um, I showed him what you would do. So we're going to export it as paths to Illustrator as a working path. We're going to name it pink and click on save. Now we're going to get rid of that path because it'd just be in the way of the other stuff we're going to do. We're going to select, we're going to do the color range again. We'll do the yellow and we'll say okay. We're going to go down and we're going to make another work path. Half a pixel's fine. Export again as a pass to Illustrator. Okay on that. Of course, we're going to call this yellow. And we're going to go ahead and save. Then we can get rid of it again. And then we'll go up select, color range. Now we want the multi-picker. We're going to do all three colors. And as you can see, the pixelation causes it to blend in at the edges. So we're going to get as true of the colors we can. We want it to be perfect black. We'll say okay. Now we'll come down here, click, make a work path. Okay. File, export the path to Illustrator. Yes, a work path. And what are we going to call this? We're going to call it base, because that's what it'll be. We're going to click on save. Now, I'm going to minimize this because we may need to look at it again. Let me get rid of the path so if we come back and we need it, we may need to look at it. And pull up this pink. Let me see if I can get the yellow to come up at the same time. Probably not, because there's these dialog boxes. And it didn't, so that's okay. I'll just go ahead and minimize. I'm going to do the base. So I have pink and base. I'm going to go ahead and grab my yellow. Now I have all of them open. This is fast. This is how they overseas they can do these vectors for $8 because they know what I know. Alright, we need our color books open. So let's go to the books, color books, Pantone solid coding. Pull it right here. We'll go ahead, and we know this is a yellow, so we'll make it that yellow. Click off of it. Click on the outside edge of that. Shift click on that. We need my properties because I keep my Pathfinder right there. Minus the front. Now let's grab everything. Command G. We got that part. Let's go over to our pink. Select everything. We have a pink right here that will work. We'll click off. We'll grab that center. Grab the outside with a shift click. Knock out the front. Minus the front it's called. Shift click. Minus front. Got that. Good clean vectors that won't pixelate as you get larger. We will Command G to group that. Let's go to the base. So we need lasso the whole base. Let's make it a color we can see. Click off. Click on the outside there. Shift click on the inside. Go ahead and knock that out. We'll grab that. We'll shift click, grab that. We'll knock that out. We'll go right here, grab that. Shift click, grab that. Knock it out. I should have my Pathfinder open. Shift click and grab that. Should have it open right over here so I don't have to go that far. Normally I try to work in that smart kind of way. I'm going to click off because I want to go in here and make this a black, right? Because I'm going to make a black rectangle. I'm not using my shortcut so you can see what I'm grabbing. I'm going to V though, and now I'm going to arrange, right click, range, send to back. I didn't group that, so let me go in my layers panel. This is something I do quite a bit to work. I keep this open and then I lock things. I don't want to grab the black, so right there and do that. Now I'm going to Command G to group it. I'm going to double click. I'm going to turn it into a 255, 255, 255. Before I do anything else, I'm going to get rid of this swatch because it's not in the thing. I'm going to drag over my 255 and I'm going to double click. I'm going to change from a process to a spot and say OK. Now I'm going to close the panel. Now I'm going to go to my yellow, Command C to copy. Go back to my base, Command F. I didn't put it in place. That's why we got our Photoshop file still open so we can find what our place is. Let's look at the Photoshop file and see where it is. It's pretty much centered vertically. Horizontally, it is 1 to 2 pixels to the right. The middle is centered. Everything's centered on this, so we don't even have to come back in here. Alright, so let's move down with our arrow key. I need to click on here so I'm back in this program. Okay, I'm pretty centered there. Now let me move over to where I'm just 1 or 2 pixels. Let me look. That looks right to me. So I'll go to my pink. Command C, go back into the base. Command F to put it in front. It didn't want to do it again for me. I don't know why I wouldn't. But oh well. let's move it to where it needs to go. That looks pretty much perfect right there. Now let's click off and have a look. It's probably perfect. Yep, so how is this set up for a separation? Well, one thing we can do here, and just to we'll grab this black. Let's unlock it. And I'm just doing it for convenience. I'm gonna get rid of the swatch, and I'm gonna drag this. Oh man, I don't have my swatch panel open. Let me open the swatch panel back up. Alright, let me drag it in. Alright, let me double click. Change it to a spot so I can control it in there with one button, not four. Alright, they're all spots. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna move this over because I want to leave that open. I'm gonna turn on my overprint, and as you can see, I have my white here. That's the CMYK. I have my black. I have my pink. I have my yellow. And go up, I can cut off this CMYK, and it won't cut any of my colors off. I can cut off my yellow separation, I can cut off my pink separation, and I can cut off my white. It didn't go off. I don't know why. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense at all. But who cares? Who cares? I know it's right. We know it's a spot. It's a spot right there. That's crazy. But there you go. There it is. Separations. All set up right there. Inside it's uncutting off on the white. That's strange. The only thing I could think of is maybe there's one copied on top of the other one. Maybe there's two of them grabbed, copied them on top of each other, which wouldn't be a problem. Wouldn't be a big deal. I could figure it out. It's not worth worrying about right now. The next thing I would do is I would get this black and get rid of it because we don't need it. Put it in the trash can. These are the colors in here. Turn off the overprint. And there you go. That would be set up to send to someone. I would even delete this before it went out, and they would just have to turn this on and figure out what the colors were there. But I don't do separations. I just did that to help the guy, and I figured I'd show how it's done. That's the thing they know overseas that gets them through the vectorization so quick. They make those paths. Anyway, it's Joseph Worthy. I was just trying to break up the monotony of all the zombie and simulate process. We're going to get to more and more cool stuff, but in the end, I'm more worried about, like I said in another video, once all the videos are made, we've moved on to other subjects. We're looking at the business part of being a screen print business owner, or we're talking about best practices for screen printing, or whatever it may be. I want people to be able to use my channel as a resource. And so I want to be able to find whatever. So I want to build up a totality of simulated process. And I'm even going to show the plugin so people can decide for themselves after I'm showing what they do now. I'm doing another video about a halftone, about how to halftone in both programs. I'm going to do so many different things related to color, and then so many things related to asset creation, so many things related to designing for print, and then there will be a whole wealth of information for people to go to the channel and look through, and they can decide if they need plugins, if they need rips. They can start doing this stuff without having it. So we're gonna do a lot of stuff. I appreciate anybody that's watching and enjoying these, and give it a like and subscribe. Put on the bell, get a notification. I'm busy, so you're not gonna be getting them all the time. Plus, I'm crescendoing here. I'm trying to figure out a way to do this, and they're gonna get better. It's gonna crescendo into a really good channel eventually, and I'm gonna have a process of doing things. Right now, I haven't figured it out, but I'm gonna sign off. Joseph Worthy, thanks for watching. And don't forget that's Activist Supply.